Today I thought it would be nice if I reviewed some of the go-to tools that I reach for every time I craft. I hope you enjoy. Hello everyone, it's Kathy Champion and you're back here in my craft room at Random Acts of Stamping. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and if you need any Stampin' Up! Products, I would love to help you with your Stampin' Up! Needs. You can find the link to my website in the description below. This right here is our host code for the month of January. If you spend $50 or more before shipping and tax and use this code, you will get a free gift from me at the end of the month. It can be anything from glue dots to dimensionals to some gems or rhinestones or pearls, or it may be a 6x6 paper pack, a roll of ribbon. It varies as to what I have in my stock and what I can give away, and it also depends on what I get a good price for. So all of that plays into what I'm able to give back to y'all. But anyway, use this. If you spend $150 or more, do not use this host code. You will get stamping rewards of your own that are far better than this. But if you shoot me an email and let me know, then I will be more than glad to send you out the free gift as well. So that is that's a little bit of house cleaning that we had to do. My video today is going to be a little bit different. These are going to be 10 products that I turn to in my craft room. These are all Stampin' Up! Products, and they're things that I turn to and I could not craft without. I could not bring you the products that I do without these items. So first and foremost is my trimmer. Now y'all know how much I love this trimmer for all of the wonderful features it has on it. You have non-skid feet on the back. These are wonderful because when you put this down on your surface, it does not move. The other thing I love about it is it has an independent score blade and an independent cut blade. So when I say independent, I mean that you can have them both on here at the same time, and they have their designated spot to go to so that you can use one or the other. And I love that feature on this trimmer. The other thing I love is the clear measurements that's on here. It's also you have all your quarter measurements all the way across here, which makes it very easy. You have a swing out arm that goes all the way out to 17 1/4. 17 inches and 1/4. I don't know too many trimmers that give you that wingspan. I love it. You have a nice ledge up here that when you butt your paper up against, it holds it very nice and straight. The blades are very easy to change. All you do is lift it up, and there's a little place right here. Let's see if I can get this turned where I can show you. There's a little place right here, and all you do is push up on one side and down on the other. Get your blade right there, and it just pops right out. And the same thing with putting it back in. So Stampin' Up! Does sell replacement blades, because one thing for sure, if you do a lot of crafting, your blade will get dull and you will have to change it. But that's true with any trimmer. So this is probably one of the best investments. This is what got me into Stampin' Up! I wanted this trimmer. So anyway, little did I know that I was going to end up selling it. That's one thing. The next thing is my paper snips. These are great for clipping ribbon, clipping around the edges of your cards. Y'all have seen me go to these over and over. They have this nice little case that you can keep on them that keeps them from, sticking you or whatever. They're very sharp. Fussy cutting, you need a pair of small detail scissors like this. I have another pair on order that I'm only going to use for fussy cutting, and this pair right here will be the pair that I use for everything else. So those are a definite must in my craft room. The other thing is my bone folder. Now I do have a contraband. This is a Teflon bone folder, and I do turn to this one quite often, but I like the Stampin' Up! One too. It feels a lot different than plastic. It feels like it's a real bone folder. So these are the two bone folders that I reach for every time. The other thing, and y'all see me, and yes, I washed it. Look how pretty and clean it is. This is my silicone craft mat. This thing is I mean, you really have to have one of these, because if you're putting glue on anything, if you're using a tape runner, even sticky tape, you will not get anything on your surface if you work on top of this, and everything peels right off. You can use your, here's the Stampin' Seal Plus, and if you get that on there, well, it didn't even want to stick to it, but see, it won't even stick. Let's see if I can't even make it stick. But if you get this on your mat, it will roll and peel right back up. It won't stick to it right now. It just refuses. So this is so great. Glue, if you put a little dot of glue in the corner of this and it dries, you can just peel the glue off of it. Or you can do like I did. You can take it to the sink and just wash it with some warm water. And I use a little dish detergent and it comes out like it's brand new. Love, love, love. The other thing is my Take Your Pick tool. Now I put that in this little paper pumpkin box because these pieces are sold separate. When you buy your Take Your Pick tool, it comes like this with a refill. I think you get 2 refills. If I'm not mistaken, no, you get the one that's on it and one more. So there's your refills for the little putty end. This putty end is great for picking up gems, sequins, or anything, any little pieces. If you're trying to put little pieces like little stars or hearts on your card, you can pick them up and sit them right down in the glue and they adhere. It's like the greatest thing ever. Now y'all see me use the, sorry about my dog, Toby's barking because today's trash day and the trash truck just went down the road. These little pieces are interchangeable. You've got a spatula on this side and your sharp pick tool on this side. This is more for, it's for more than taking your backwards off of your dimensionals, which I do use that a lot for it. It's also great for poking out little bits out of your die cuts. And it also comes with this other blade that is actually a score tool. It's small on one end and big on the other, and it's interchangeable. All you do is pull that one out and put this one in. They're very easy to change. You just turn and pull. I use this one the most because I love it. So this is what I keep. I keep these extra pieces in my drawer right beside my desk. Alright, and let me show you. If you purchase the brush attachment that I show you that you can roll, it comes with 2 pieces of foam and it comes with the little brush. Now the brush is very easy to put on. You just take that out and screw this in. Everything is just so easy. And then whenever you cut a intricate die that has the pieces, you lay your piece on here and roll it on this foam. And what it does, the foam gives enough that pushes the pieces out as you're rolling the brush over it. And it just works, it works absolutely great. I love this tool. I do have another one on order, another Take Your Pick tool. And like I said, my Take Your Pick tool, I reach for this every time I'm crafting. This is always here beside me. As I'm moving everything out of the way, I'm getting down to the other things. This is the Stampin' Up Stampin Pierce Mat. Now this is a piece of foam, but it's not like the foam that's in here. See how spongy this is? This is a different kind of foam. This is like a very heavy-duty foam. But if you were doing some stitching, now I would say if you're going to do piercing, you need 2 of these. These things are very inexpensive. They're like $5 and they last forever. I use this one when I'm doing my photopolymer stamps because you don't have that cushion like you do on the cling stamps, and this gives you that cushion that you need. I know before I knew about this and before I sold Stampin' Up, a lot of times I would use a mouse pad, and you do need some cushioning underneath those photopolymer. It just makes them stamp so much better. And now we are down to my Stampin' Scrub. Now y'all know how much I love my Stampin' Scrub. I cleaned this last night, so it's all nice and clean. And look at that, no ink. It's still a little damp, but you know what? Damp is okay. And I just want to show you, these little mats just come right out like that. And when you get ready to put them back in, you just slide that under. And then I usually just turn it just a tiny bit. Let's try it this way. Let's go this way. And then arch it and put it under these. If it pops out, you might just have to arch that side again. But that's how easy it is to put that back in. Again, you have little raindrops in this corner where it's cut out at an angle right there. Let me bring that up so you can see. See how that's cut at an angle? And that's got raindrops. And then it's cut at an angle over on this side, and that's the sunshine. So that way you always know that you have your cleaning side that should be damp or wet or, you know, cleaner. And then you have your dry side that is for drying your stamps. Right now both sides of mine are a little damp, and I think for that reason I'll leave mine open and just let it air dry a little bit. The last thing that I want to bring to you, and I know many of you that I have talked with do not have a die cut machine. This is my other go-to. Now I'm going to show you both the large one and the mini. We'll take the plates out. And fold it up because I want you to see the difference in the two. There's the big one. I think I'm zoomed out all the way. Whoops. Yeah, I am. There's the big one and there's the little one. I'll turn it like this. Now you can see the difference in the size. When you open this one up, you have such a big footprint to work with. When you buy this, it comes with your number 1 plate, your number 2 plate, which is used for all your die cutting. It comes with 2 cut plates and a number 4 specialty plate. And this will do everything that you need to do. Now Stampin' Up did come out with a magnetic plate, but they recalled it because it was flawed. And anybody that had bought one got a full refund. So, you know, that's another great thing with Stampin' Up. They stand behind their products. So if they get complaints that something's not working, they will pull it in a heartbeat and refund everybody that bought it, which I think is great. But this machine right here is my go-to. And yes, the large one is my go-to because you are limited with the small one. And the small one is stinking cute. I mean, look at that. And it's so easy on your desk. But like I've said in many of my videos, if I only had the money to buy one, I would go ahead and invest in the larger one. This is the footprint for the little one, and again, it comes with your plates. It comes with your base plate and 2 cut plates. Now they stack a little bit different than the other one. So you have your base plate, a cut plate, you put your paper in and then put a cut plate over top of it, and then you would crank it through. You also get what is considered the number 4 plate, which is for the 3D embossing folders, and then you get this plate that's for your regular embossing folders. So right now Stampin' Up has just a very few embossing folders that work with this. So these plates I haven't even needed to use. But it's good to have them because, you know, I may at some point, and Stampin' Up will probably be coming out with more items for this particular machine. But the die cut machine is crucial in your craft room because you can do so much more if you've got a way to cut your dies. I mean, it's just what it is. I love my machine. I would not take anything for it because I have used lots and lots of die cut machines and embossing machines. This one has, without a doubt, and not because I sell it, because I use it, and I'm sitting here looking, and I probably have 1, 2, 3, 4 different die machines that I can see that I don't use because they don't perform like this one does. And my puppy dog's up here in my arms. He is very needy this morning, and this is my Toby. But those are my go-to tools. Now let me pull these back over, and I want to show you again. This right here, along with my Take Your Pick tool, my Stampin Pierce Mat, my bone folders, my paper snips, my silicone craft mat, my trimmer, and I'm not going to bring it back over, but my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Those are my go-to pieces in my craft room that I probably could not craft without. Now, of course, there's other things like your liquid glue, your dimensionals, your Stampin' Seal. These are given. You know, my glue dots, those are given products that you know you're going to turn to time and time again. Now, when it comes to coloring, I usually reach for my Stampin' Blend markers, and that's these right here. I love an alcohol marker, but Stampin' Up! Has 3 systems for coloring. They have the Stampin' Blends, which are your alcohol markers, the Stampin' Right, which are your water-based markers, and they are these right here. These are your Stampin' Right, and these are similar to Tombow, but I like these. I have Tombow, but I like these better. They're smoother. They don't wrinkle the paper as bad. They blend. They blend not as good as alcohol markers, but they do blend. I love those. And then the last thing, and I have these in a yogurt jar, is Stampin' Up's colored pencil. These are watercolored pencils. So when you color with these, you can also purchase the little, this is called a blender pen. It's basically a water pen. It already has liquid in it, and it doesn't put down too much liquid, but just enough where you can blend out your colored pencils and make the color beautiful. I'll probably do a tutorial on coloring with these pretty soon so that everybody can see how great those are as well. I love those markers. I love this. This works good even with your Stampin' Blends. You can come back in and use that if you need to lighten. But they also do have a what's called a color lifter in the Stampin' Blend markers, which does the same thing. So, I think I have covered everything in this video and gone over all of the different products that are my go-to. And I know everybody's crafting needs are a little different, but these are the products that I turn to all the time. And I want to emphasize, if you want to spend $25 and get the best trimmer you have ever had in your life, this is the one to go for. This is the, I had used the Cricut trimmer up until I got this one, and I'm not knocking the Cricut trimmer. It's great. It was my favorite, my go-to trimmer until I used this one. And being able to score your cards without having to pull out another tool like the scoreboard. There's still a place in your craft room for a scoreboard, don't get me wrong. And I do have the Stampin' Up! Scoreboard on order, so it is coming. But these are the things that I turn to. I hope this has helped you in knowing maybe some of the items that you need to invest in order to be a successful crafter. I'll have all these products listed in the description below, so that, and I'll also put the order number to make it easy in case you want to place an order and get any of these items. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. I love you all very much. I know this video was a little different than most, but nevertheless, it was an important one. And I pray that God would keep you and bless you, keep you healthy during the pandemic, and bring us all back together next time. And as I always say in closing, let everything that you do and say bring glory to our Father in heaven. He's so worthy of our praise. So show kindness, show God's love to someone else today. Maybe a smile, a card, a phone call. You know, just a friendly gesture if you're out shopping. Let someone go ahead of you. Just the little things like that can mean everything to someone else. So God bless, and we'll craft again soon. Bye-bye.